and all. So cut the julienne, maybe go back and do another 1/8 inch cut. Cut the brim wire. Alright, now we're going to add this into the bowl. Alright, I want to stir this real quick just to make sure all the avocado pieces are covered with the lime juice so they don't oxidize. Alright, now we're going to take the red onion, and we got a relatively large one, so we're going to use about 1/2 of it. You want to cut both ends off. You want to cut the top, and you want to cut the root. Cut it off, then we cut it in half. You want to take off the skin now. Just peeling, comes right off. Alright, now what we're going to do, we're going to cut little, almost 1/8 of an inch cuts. You want to do this, you want to get as small of a cut as you can. That way you're not going to get as strong of a bite when you're eating it. Red onion is the most powerful onion, and most people don't realize that when they go to a restaurant because they eat it in salads, and they're relatively weak and kind of sweet. The reason that is because they soak it with sugar water beforehand. So now you're going to take your onion, turn it sideways, and we're going to cut little sections out of it. Alright, we're going to push it back together, and now we're going to cut very small slices into it. Alright, that's enough. That's a large onion. So now what we're going to do, we're going to mince it up a little bit more. We'll come through holding the knife down with the front, with my right hand. I'm going to pinch the blade and hold the knife regularly with my left hand. We're going to rock up and down and go back and forth. Cut right real small. Bring it together and go through it again. Alright, now we're going to add this to the bowl. Clean the cutting board off real quick. And the knife. Alright, now we're going to move on to the cilantro. Cilantro, I found, either people love it or they hate it, and there's hardly any people that are in between. What you want to do, you want to cut off the stems. There's actually a website for people that hate it called IHateCilantro.com, and they actually go around protesting in Washington, D.C. to get it banned from the country. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I wish I had the kind of time to do stuff like that, but I actually love cilantro. So what you're going to do, you want to ball it up, and you want to start making cuts into it. Just go very slow, make sure you don't eat your knuckles, and then catch a lot of cilantro. This first cut is a very rough cut, and then just like we did with the red onion, you want to pinch the front of the blade, holding it down, and rock it back and forth, counterclockwise and clockwise. So we're going to do this until you get a very fine cut. You don't want large pieces of cilantro in it. It'll get stuck in your teeth, and you get a very strong taste when that happens. So you want to keep doing this, putting it back together. Alright, now we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of it compacted into the cilantro. Alright, going to add this in. Now we're going to mix it all up. And actually, once you mix this up, if you let it sit in the refrigerator for a while, all the flavors will marry and it'll taste even better than when you first make it. So we got this. everything's mixed together now, and this is actually the final product. Let me take, well, it's a lie, it's not the final product. Still have to add about a teaspoon of salt. And we add about a half teaspoon of black pepper. Freshly ground, of course, because all the essential oils are still in the pepper until you crack it. Alright. So now we're going to mix it all up again. Make sure to incorporate everything. You don't want to break up all the chunks either. Some people like their guacamole to be like a puree, but I like to have some texture and some crunch. Alright, and this is basically the finished product. We give it a taste real quick. We're going to be serving it with Fritos today. That's very good. All right. Now would the audience like to come up and try some guacamole?
Wondering when you're going to ask me if we're going to share.
Oh yeah, we're ready to share.
Not a really good guacamole.
I don't like guacamole, and I like that.
Really?
That's surprisingly delicious.
Alright, do y'all have any questions? Or?
So why do you put the lime juice in there?
Lime juice keeps the avocados from oxidizing. If you don't do that, they'll turn brown. It'll look really unappetizing. And a lot of people end up throwing it out when that happens, just for that fact. Restaurants will serve it that way. So, alright.
Thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. So, well, now we're going to go over the summary, basically how we did everything again. First, you want to dice some tomatoes, and what we did, you want to seed them first to get all the liquid out. Then you want to cut up the avocados. Remember to go in from the top, rotate the avocado around the blade, then take the seed out very carefully, and then scoop it out of its skin. Next, you want to add the lime juice to prevent the oxidation. Then you want to fine dice of red onion, add it to the bowl, and then mince a jalapeno, which we used Anaheim today, but with the jalapeno you only want to use one, and you only want to use that one Anaheim just because the flavor difference. Now you're going to mince cilantro, then you combine all the ingredients, add a little bit of salt and pepper, mix it all up, and that's your final product right here. Enjoy.